Hey guys and gals, how are y'all doing this evening? It is a beautiful Wednesday evening, and normally we have a fishing video coming up on Wednesday, but I haven't given you any updates on Chris since, I don't know, maybe Saturday or Sunday or something like this. And she is working so hard every day, and one of the reasons I like to give the updates is just because I feel like I owe it to her as hard as she's working. And she is gaining a little bit every single day. She is getting a little bit better every single day. Now, I have a hard time noticing it because I'm with her just about every day, and I've been fishing today. I really haven't. I haven't seen her at all, but I did talk to Sherry on the phone just a few minutes ago. I did talk to Chris on the phone just a few minutes ago, and she's sounding so much better now. It still doesn't sound like Chris. She's still very, very sick, and it does sound like a sick lady is what it sounds like. But she's making more sense with all her sentences. She makes I can understand just about everything. And when I ask her a question, she answers it. A lot of times she says, "I don't know," but she's getting a little bit more excited about getting to go home. And she's going to get to go home probably within the next 3 or 4 or 5 days. It could be as early as Friday or Saturday or maybe Monday or Tuesday of next week. We're going to try to do a little bit of a homecoming. I might get her a homecoming cake, and if it's okay with her, I might shoot a little video, but I don't want to shoot any video of her unless she's okay with that, because we did show that picture here a while back, a couple of weeks ago. 6 weeks, that's how far we into this. It seems like only yesterday, yet it seems like it's been forever. And I don't know what it feels like to her. Probably feel like it's been forever and ever and ever. But 6 weeks, that's all it's been. 6 weeks and 2 days. This coming Monday, which hopefully maybe we can be taking her back home next Monday, will be 7 weeks since she's left the ranch. And they're calling her a miracle girl up there. It's not a miracle, it's y'all's prayers. It's y'all's prayers, and it's God reaching down and healing Chris that's causing this to happen. Keep praying, keep praising God, keep thanking Him for what He's doing, because He's doing just remarkable things, just remarkable things. And you know, her right side is responding a little bit. Her arm is not hardly at all. Even when they put the electric to the muscles and stuff and try to make it move, it's really not responding hardly at all. But her leg is responding more than anything. And Jack, my daughter's husband, the cardiologist, Jack bought her a wheelchair, a red Oklahoma University, a crimson color, crimson and cream. It's like Oklahoma University wheelchair. They ordered another wheelchair, which today, as a matter of fact, the wheelchair man come, and they got the one so she can use traveling, because we're going in August up to Philadelphia and New York to watch the Dodgers play the Phillies and the Mets. May go over and watch Boston play a game, and going to do some great things on the East Coast. It's a trip that Jack and Sherry are treating Chris and I to, and so we got a traveling wheelchair also. They ordered another Sooner chair, so she'll have two Sooner, Oklahoma University Sooner wheelchairs. But listen, here's the deal. Dr. Craven said today, Dr. Craven, our lady doctor, that's just a remarkable doctor there at Kaiser Rehabilitation, Dr. Craven said that she didn't think she's going to need those wheelchairs very long. So we might just keep those wheelchairs and take them as traveling wheelchairs so Jack and Sherry can wheel us around at the baseball game. That sounds pretty good to me. Age before beauty, right? Age before beauty. So they might be able to wheel us around. But I think the same thing. I think Chris is not going to need a wheelchair too awfully long. If she was going to need one for very much, I'd buy her one of those 4-wheel drive wheelchairs that she could go up and down the mountains in. But now the wheelchair that we did get has got the wide tires on it. It doesn't have the little bitty tires that you push around in the hallway. It's got tires you can go around on the grass and goes on the gravel and the things that we've got down at the ranch. I think getting her back to the ranch is going to be just a remarkable thing for her recovery. Her speech, like I said, is better. Her right leg today, as they're moving the wheelchair, she'd pick her right leg up and get it out of the way so it wouldn't be in the way. She can't pick it up very far, but she can pick it up voluntarily. She's trying to pick it up and picks it up. So that's the reason they think that her right leg is responding to her brain pretty quickly, and she's relearning what to do. It's going to take quite a bit, because her right leg has not been used in 6 weeks. It's going to be pretty weak as far as just the muscle tone, and so she's going to have to learn to walk all over again. But once she gets that command of that right leg, she'll get after that, and she'll learn how to do that pretty quick. We have got set up to do some in-home therapy, I think, over the next couple of weeks, 12 or 14 days there at the ranch. And what we have planned is we're going to go to the ranch to begin with for a couple, 2 or 3 weeks. Going to have in-home therapy come in probably 3 days a week, physical therapy and occupational therapy. We don't have anybody for speech therapy yet, but Sherry actually bought the program that the speech therapist is using, and that program gets more difficult as they get better and better at answering all the questions and recognizing things and being able to put letters together and make words and stuff like that. So we will be able to actually work with her on her speech therapy, and she can probably take that on an iPad and perhaps work by herself. And knowing Chris, the way she likes to do things on her own so much of the time, she will probably take that iPad and learn a lot of the things that a speech therapist would teach her anyway. And hopefully we'll get a speech therapist down there. But then I think we're going to move Chris over to Sherry and Jack's house. And she's going to stay there at their house for maybe another 2 or 3 weeks. And we're going to kind of rotate back and forth. And the reason that we're going to have her over at Jack's house is that when we go to do therapy, that'll probably be in Tulsa 3 days a week. And Jamie can take her on Mondays, but Sherry can take her maybe Wednesday or Friday or Tuesday or Thursday, whatever days it is. I can come over and spend the night with her and take her one day, and yet we can still get all the stuff done, and I can take care of the chores at the ranch and shoot videos and do television shows and do everything we need right there. By the way, if you're not subscribed to Jimmy Houston Outdoors Television, hit that subscribe button, share this with all your friends. Over 100,000 people on Jimmy Houston Outdoors Television now. Over 16,000 on our Catch of the Day channel. If you're not subscribed to that channel, you gotta be. That is the most important channel on YouTube, is our Catch of the Day. But all the reports on Chris are good. And here's a deal that we mentioned the other day about her blood pressure. The last 2 or 3 days, they've been keeping her blood pressure has been down around 120 or 125. Just fantastic. The last 2 or 3 days that I was there with Chris, it was up in the 150s, which kind of tells me that maybe she's getting the high blood pressure from me. I don't know. But they've been having to change the medications around, and that's one of the critical things, is we've got to keep her blood pressure down so she doesn't have another brain aneurysm. But her brain is beginning to connect with the rest of her body that was destroyed by that stroke pretty good, and she's got a lot of brain power up there to use. She will learn how to do all that stuff, and we're still believing that God is healing Chris pretty completely, maybe totally 100%. I don't know. The right arm, I've said from day one, is going to be probably the last thing that happens, maybe the most difficult. But if it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, I'm going to praise God every single day. But I'm believing that right arm is going to start moving, and she'll start using that, and she'll be able to do everything she's doing. And one of the great things that right arm needs to be using is for fishing. You know, she's a fisherman. She casts and cranks and casts and cranks and casts and cranks, and she's going to be wanting to fish. And I know a lot of y'all have been saying you want to see her back down there at the dock beating me fishing again. She beats me all the time, I gotta admit. You know, though, the girl won 7 Bass and Gal Angler of the Year titles, won 4 Bass and Gal Classics, won probably 25 boats in Bass and Gal, so she's not just an ordinary fisherman. So when she beats me, I don't really feel all that bad about it. Well, maybe I do kind of feel bad about it a little bit, but not that bad, not that bad. But anyway, the reports are good. Keep praying, keep praising. I thank you so much. I mean, we've had literally thousands of prayers. I know I've got a little bit behind the last few days in answering comments. I answer as many as I can, but we've been trying to get a couple, 2 or 3 hours sleep every night. But I appreciate those comments. I at least read them all, and I try to answer as many as I can. But we appreciate your prayers. We appreciate your praises. Continue to thank God for what He's doing, because He's doing it. They're calling her their miracle girl up there, because she's being able to. She's recovering at a fast pace. It seems slow to me, and I'm trying to be really, really patient, because everybody said, Jimmy, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You got to be patient. But I'm being really, really patient, and it's probably good that I haven't seen her for a couple days. So when I do see her, I'm going to notice maybe quite a bit of difference. Jamie only sees her about once a week, and he said, Dad, she is way better every time I see her, and that makes me feel really good. But she's talking better, and that's one of the most important things to me, because her and I talk a lot, and really and truly, guys and girls, I'm listening to her occasionally. She don't listen to me much, but because I'm talking all the time, so she can't listen to me very much. But I'm anxious to get back where we can start carrying on those great conversations. But anyway, it's just going well up there. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your advice, and so many encouraging comments where y'all have had strokes, or members of your families or friends have had stroke, and you fully recovered. That's meant so much to me, and I've shared that with Chris. We showed Chris all the cards and letters. So many of you sent us gift certificates to various places, cash money and gifts of all kinds, and a lot of it are homemade things that you knitted or things that you made, and that just shows the most love of all. That stuff that you actually take the time to make, and I just can't tell you how much we appreciate you. It's just been awesome. An unbelievable experience, the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my life. Obviously the hardest thing Chris has ever gone to. She spent 2 days in the hospital in her life. Both times was to have a baby. Jamie, and the other time Sherry. And now she spent, right now she's, what would that be, 44 consecutive days, and it's going to get up to about 50 before she gets out or close to it. But we made it, she made it, because of y'all and because of God's mercy and God's grace. Guys and girls, remember, I sure do love you.